Schleicher from Gaming Trend and Tabletop Throwdown here, and I'm here with JR from Privateer Press. And they have some new figures coming out very soon, the Grymkin, and they are going to be part of the Hordes faction. But they have an early look at the different figures that they have here. So what's so special here about the Grymkin figures?
So we're showing off the Grymkin. It's the newest faction for Hordes. They will be launching at Lock and Load in July. First wave will come out in July, then there's another wave in August, then another in September. Very different group. I'll say right now you got some of our new Retribution figures that just launched this month. So with the Grymkin, they feel very different than any other faction. One of the biggest differences between them is instead of having a standard feat, every one of their warlocks has almost 3 mini feats known as Arcana cards. So at the start of the game, they get one that's unique to them, and then they get 2 others that they'll pick out of a deck that actually allow them to do very different things within the game. The child, who is this young lady right here, Dolly hiding in there behind her, one of her big trump cards is when you kill a war beast in her control range, she gets the ability to flip the card and set some things on fire. So it becomes kind of this mind game of, do I want to kill that beast and actually kill the beast, but then suffer the effects, or do I want to try to mitigate that beast, kind of stay away from him for this turn until I can get that to go off somewhere else? So because you've got all of these reactionary options for them, they play very different, and even within similar armies, different warlocks within it run very differently.
Yeah, this, I'm assuming, has been in development for quite a while because of how different it is.
So it's been in development, and it actually was the first set of models to go through our community integrated development system. So we've been working really hard to get the players directly involved with the rules. So 3 to 4 months before things are coming out, we're actually posting our full rules online for new models. Players get a chance to try things out, see how they feel about them, and provide feedback to our developers. And they actually get to talk with the developers. It's an open conversation back and forth. So that way when the models come out, players know kind of what's coming on, and the community can be really excited about something because they help build it.
Yeah, and it seems like, from what I've seen, Privateer Press really tries to keep the community involved, and the fact that they, when they did their upgrade kind of last year, they decided to make sure that all the old things would still be usable. You just need to get the different decks to make them compatible, and made the miniatures affordable for people to really get into it, because there are quite a few factions already.
Oh, absolutely. Community is at the base of everything we want to do. Whether it's rules, whether it's a game, whether it's organized play, community is what builds everything into it and makes it worth doing. You know, when we come to conventions, that's one of the best things for us, is we actually get to hang out with the players, we get to play with the players. You know, our developer of organized play, Will Hungerford, is actually over in the event area right now playing a game. I've got our head studio painter, Dallas Kemp. He's over there painting with people that just bought a battle box. They're putting it together, and they're painting alongside one of one of the top painters that we've ever seen.
Right. Yeah, it's really good to keep the community involved and not to forget the ones who kind of help grow the company. And it's just been impressive as far as how much Hordes and War Machine has grown.
Oh, absolutely.
The Iron Kingdom.
It's fun to get to work on something that I'm very passionate about, and then to get to go out and experience it with the people who also love the game and just kind of geek out over something. It's fantastic.
Right. And it looks like now you have a board game that's coming out that is going to utilize some of those minis that you can use it within the War Machine and Hordes.
So not a board game.
Okay.
It's a minis game. So it's actually a kind of a new take on the game itself. So it's going to be a skirmish-based, squad-based skirmish game. So Company of Iron just announced earlier this week, I believe. It's coming up towards the end of the year. Gives people that kind of small, quick, get in, play the game. It's played on a 30x30. You're looking at one squad, a solo, maybe 2. It's about a 20-point army. No warcasters, no large base models, no huge base models. And one of the big things with it, because you're dealing with so few models, is alternate activations. So you get to activate a guy, you get to do a thing, it's really cool, then I get to respond to it, so that way it's not very lopsided. You know, in the box that comes with it, you get 2 sides. You get the Signar side of things, you get a set of Storm Blades, so it's 6 Storm Blades, 3 with the actual electro guns there, and then you get a brand new model, Lieutenant Gwen Keller. She's actually unique to this box, and when she comes out, she will have rules in War Machine.
Awesome.
On the other side, you have 10 Pharaoh Brigands, led by Agatha, Queen of Carnage. She is another brand new model, unique to the box, and she will also have rules for Hordes when she comes out.
Very cool, and it's a great way to get people who have maybe played board games but never played War Machine or Hordes to kind of find out more about that, about the property as well.
Absolutely. Well, and for people that, you know, are excited about War Machine or Hordes but have never actually taken the plunge, this is a nice easy entry point. You know, you need a squad, maybe 1 or 2 other models, and you're good to go. You know, in the rules for it, there are kind of some adjustments for all of the various models. You know, when we build models for War Machine and Hordes, you're understanding, you know, there's support for it, you've got a Warcaster, there's a lot of things going on. So with this, you're actually seeing some cards in there, and the cards are one of the ways that we actually balanced the factions between each other. So you start out with a standard size, standard hand size, and based on which models you take, that's going to adjust your hand size up or down.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, in a full game, Man-of-War Bombardiers, they're awesome, they're fun, they're great. In a really small game, that armor's really tough to crack. So, taking something along those lines might reduce your hand size. The other thing is, it also gives us a chance to bring in some models that maybe people love, but don't see a lot at tabletop, because right now in the meta, they're not the new hotness. So, it gives people a chance to kind of break up models that, you know, they really like how they look, they really like how they play. They're not in their army right now, but in Company of Iron, they really shine.
Cool. And you said towards the end of the year this will be coming out?
Yep. It hasn't. It doesn't have an official announced release date, but yeah, it should be towards the end of the year.
And 2 players, right?
2 players. Yep.
Great. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure.